I can't believe this. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. It's a red letter day, and I have no chats here. Oh, I kind of almost want to start over so we can redo. I'm tempted. I am tempted because I want to be able to interact today. However, will I know you're here? However, can I talk to you? This is so depressing for me to start the day this way. That and then the computer wouldn't work this morning. But amazingly, I'm still in a really happy mood. Yeah, true story that. You know what it is? It's not just not a wedding day, not a NADA, not a wedding day, but it's also bridal sale day. Yeah, National Bridal Sale Day. Oh, look, Indy brought me his phone so I can see on your phone what your comments are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, thank you for being here with me. You know, this is a day that I am so excited for. Today is the day that my son and his fiancee, Katie, are having a not a wedding, or as I've been referring to it, the not dress rehearsal, right? Yeah, it's a not dress rehearsal for their wedding because Michael, my son, wanted more than anything else to have his grandma dance with him at his wedding. Well, that can only happen if he gets married where she is. Oops, sorry, I have to move this. And so they're going to have a not a wedding right at the retirement home. Well, the old folks home. Well, the dementia center, whatever you call it. Anyway, I have been telling Fritzy every day about this wedding, and she has been getting excited every single day, every day all over again. And the last few days, we've been practicing what I lovingly refer to as chair dancing so that she can dance with Michael this afternoon. Here's to all of you who are mothers, have mothers, had mothers, love mothers. Did I skip anything? Know a mother. And to love. And to love. The bride told me she did not want red as one of her wedding colors. But I think I'm going to wear red just because. Not because I don't love her. I do. I just maybe blue. I don't know. But you can see I have red, white, and blue in my flowers this week. I should really take you on a tour and show you all the flowers. I wanted to show you a few things that I did to get ready for the wedding. Are you ready? Okay, so I tried to find a cake topper. I wanted some things to be traditional, right? So I tried to find a cake topper that reminded me of Mike and Katie. And then I couldn't find one that reminded me of them at all. They were all so, like if I could have found two that were, like in running gear or something like that, that would have been perfect. Workout clothes, but no, I couldn't find anything appropriate. So I decided I'd have to go with something a little bit more traditional. So I made my own. Yeah, you ready? This is the topper for the wedding cake. It's Mike and Katie. Yes, it is. So I found these little, the little bendable wooden dolls that they use for posing for artists. I found little miniature ones and I painted and dressed them. He's even got a boutonniere and she's got a bracelet and an earring. I know, cute, right? Like bizarre. Okay. And behind me, you can't really see it, can you? No, because it's behind my chair. I did this. Let me see. Wait, hang on. Don't go away. I'm getting it right here. This was what I worked on yesterday. It's Mike and Katie as children. What I did was I had Katie give me pictures of her when she was a little girl. And then I matched them up with a similar picture of Mike when he was about the same age. Katie, Mike. Katie, Mike, and I mixed in some current pictures. But like, look at I have there. Here's this one might be my favorite. The Cabbage Patch pictures. Seriously, how cute is that? Okay, so that's just like because I had nothing but time on my hands and things to do, and Indy was working his little fingers to the bone yesterday. Yeah, because I gave him this assignment because in addition to celebrating this wedding today, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. And since they don't live here, but they're here, we're celebrating tonight. Right. So Indy made her ice cream and cake. I was the one who said there had to be brownies in the cake, in the ice cream. So he had to make cake, brownies, ice cream, frosting, all of that. And it had to be gluten-free and vegan. Hello. That was quite an assignment. Yeah, I drove him crazy yesterday. But you know what? Ah, the cake is gorgeous. The brownies were fabulous. The frosting is great. I mean, everything, and the ice cream, it is so thick and rich and chocolatey. It's gonna be what it's gonna. There goes watching what I eat. Oh, I'll be watching it. All right, I'll be watching it go from the fork into the mouth, from the fork into. It's okay. That's okay. I've been watching it so closely for the last week and a half. I can have a day where I eat what I want when I want, right? Today, by the way, off subject, is Yellow Pig Day. Now, when I saw it was Yellow Pig Day, I thought, well, that's really weird. I've never seen a yellow pig. I've never even heard of a yellow pig. Turns out yellow pigs have absolutely nothing to do with Yellow Pig Day, except that somehow the yellow pig became the mascot of the day. It's about numbers. It's about the number 17, which is why we celebrate it today. Some kids who were not kids, yeah, I mean college kids, who were becoming mathematicians, started talking about all the properties of the number 17, and I guess mathematically it's like a fascinating number. So they decided to start a day to celebrate the number 17. And for some reason, somebody must have had a stuffed animal or something that was a yellow pig. They made the mascot of the day the yellow pig, and now people wear yellow pig t-shirts and they have yellow. It's a whole thing. Yeah, and it's all about the number 17. I remember I had a friend from Australia where they are struggling with COVID right now. I'm sorry for you. We would go to the casino and she did this betting thing on roulette called 17 Neighbors, where she would just say to the croupier or whatever you call the guy, 17 neighbors, please. And he'd put down her chips all around the number 17. 17 and all its neighbors, I guess is how it worked. Anyway, that became like a big deal for us. 17 neighbors. It's tattoo day. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not interested. It's World Emoji Day. Yeah, emojis may have gotten a little out of hand, don't you think? Yeah, I think maybe. I mean, we had a smiley face. I think, okay, can we talk about this for just a second? I don't like the poop emoji. I forgot to look. Happy Not Wedding Day. Thank you. Good morning, Stephen. You're live. Yay. Bizarre is a good word too. Thank you. I like delighted and I like bizarre. And my daughter, of course, was invited to the not a wedding. We're all going. Yeah, I'm no mathematician either. Get a tattoo of a yellow pig, show it only on the 17th of every month. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one, but thank you for the idea. I really appreciate it. It's lottery day. I'll only do that when I win the lottery, and then I may not even do it. Yeah, so back to emojis. I don't like the poop one. I don't like it. I don't think it's funny. I mean, okay, maybe it's generational, but to me, that was something little boys told poop and fart jokes. It's like, sorry, not funny. I think I'm probably one of the only people who didn't think that the farting scene in Blazing Saddles was like the best scene ever in a movie. Sorry, I didn't love it. I can't help it. Hey, in 1955, on this very day, this is reason to celebrate. Disneyland opened in Anaheim, California. And interesting to me that within the first few years, that's when I visited. Because we moved to California like at the end of 60, and I'd already been here. I'd been here when I visited my grandpa that year. So nice to say that in the first few years of its babiness of Disneyland, I was there. Sure has changed a lot over the years. Do you remember when you got the ticket book? Those of you who had been to Disneyland, it didn't used to be you pay and you could go on everything. You got a ticket book, and your ticket book gave you A tickets, B tickets, C tickets, D tickets, and if you were really lucky, you used your A tickets. I mean, not your A tickets. You would use those up. That would be like for the merry-go-round when you first came in. The E tickets were the really big deal, but you never got enough E tickets to go on all the E rides you wanted to go on. And over the years, they changed how they did that. I used to call Balloon Affair, my old store, the happiest place on earth. Yeah, because I thought it was even happier than Disneyland. Because if you ever noticed, when you take a little kid to Disneyland, they're very excited when they get there. And they're very happy when they leave. I mean, very happy when they're there. But when it's time to leave, kids are awful. Most kids. Screaming and yelling and complaining and, I don't want to leave yet. It's not time. I don't want to go home. First of all, they're so overtired that they can't see straight. Disneyland. Happy birthday, Disneyland. That's all I want to say. Let me see. Well, of course you do. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, the poop emoji is like this generation's whoopee cushion. Okay, if that's the case, I guess it's fine for them. I just don't like it. I'm allowed not to like it, right? And yes, e-tickets were the best, Stephen. And seriously, you were there the first week it opened. That's amazing. I'm impressed with that. Truly, I am. Happy birthday to James Cagney. I know he's not alive anymore, but we talked about him not that long ago on the 4th of July because he was the original Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, Yankee Doodle Doo. Okay, I should be singing Here Comes the Bride. This day, you know how I never really cover weddings and divorces. It's not my thing. But today was the day that Groucho Marx got married. So I decided it'd be good to do a wedding thing today since it's not a wedding day. And especially Groucho Marx, because do you remember the Groucho Marx show and the duck would come down, say a secret word, win $1 million, win $100. But that was a big deal back then. Anyway, my grandpa looked like Groucho Marx. So I always had a thing about Groucho Marx. Yeah. And back in the day, my grandpa lived in Hollywood, my father's father. And that was Charlie. Grandpa Charlie lived in Hollywood, in old Hollywood. He used to sell cigars to Groucho Marx, apparently. That was one of his claims to fame. Oh, and for a short time, I guess he was in vaudeville. And he used to do, I have a thing of it. I have the sheet music of it framed. His song in vaudeville was, I'm forever blowing bubbles. And then he would do that vibrato thing with his voice and shake his fingers at the same time. And apparently that was very cool, but I don't get it. But that might be why they changed the drinking age, because people were laughing at what he was doing. I don't know. But this is the day in like 1984, 85, something like that. The drinking age was 18 and they changed it to 21. It was not a bad idea to do that. I personally think they ought to change it again and make it even later. But I think they ought to let you drink between the ages of like At 21, do you remember when that seemed so old and now I'm young and now it seems so old? Stephen Alban, you're funny. And I'm like reading the chats and trying to concentrate on talking to the whole group of you, but it's really hard because Stephen is saying funny things. So if you're watching along in the comments, enjoy them. I am. Back in 1918, this is the day that the Romanovs were executed in Russia. And it's kind of this like mysterious day because the whole story of Anastasia, you know that story, right? That the princess was lived and was skirted away and hidden away. And then years later, as a woman, she showed up again and tried to claim the throne, and they called her an imposter, and maybe she was, and there was a whole movie done about it. And even at the end of the movie, you're not really sure if she was for real or not, but oh, you wanted to believe she was really the princess all grown up. Yeah. Oh, please tell me you've seen the movie Anastasia, and if you haven't, please watch the movie Anastasia. Come on, you guys, you know Anastasia, right? Plus it's such a pretty name. What's your name? Anastasia. Yeah, my name was Sandra. No, Anastasia. Okay. What else? Oh, this is the anniversary of Walter Cronkite's death. Walter Cronkite was the most trusted man in America. That's what they called him. He was a news commentator. Those were the days, you know, when the news was the news and commentary was something separate. Yeah. It wasn't about false news. It was about news and the commentary on the news. And we knew exactly what we were listening to. Miss those days. 1995, Carole King, Tapestry album. I think that was only like her second album, and it's been touted over and over as the most amazing, I'm having a little trouble talking this morning. The most amazing, fabulous album of all time, Tapestry. I just get happy every time it comes on. It was recently certified way beyond diamond. So a platinum record sells 1 million. A diamond record sells 3 times platinum. 10 times platinum is diamond. So that would be 1 billion, right? And she's up to 13 times platinum plus. Yeah, quite an album. Okay, look, I'm going to cut it short today because I have so much to do. I'm so excited. I will bring you reports tomorrow. Let's see the bride and groom again. It's so cute. Okay, it brings us to the word art of today, which I chose specifically because it's a day of love and wedding. And all it says is very simply, there is no us without you. Yeah. And I don't care if you're talking about romantic love. By the way, I designed that and made it for Indy, and the original is framed in our bedroom. Yeah, it applies to everybody though, whether it's someone at work or it's about relationship. You can't have a relationship with one person. A relationship takes at least 2 people. Yeah. Because there is no us without you. And I love you, and I'm going to have a fabulous day. Wait, let me just check the messages really quick here. Yeah, Cronkite would do this. He would be reading the news and giving you the news, and then he'd do this. He'd like whip his glasses off and talk directly into the camera. How could you not trust somebody who did that? I'm going to have to do that more often. And what I want to say to you is, trust me. I love you. So, here's a sip and a smile. If I can get up in the morning, I will see you in the morning when it actually is the celebration of the first time I gave birth. And we will be going out to breakfast, but not until after morning coffee. So I go from wedding day to birthday, and I'll see you then. I'll miss you in the meantime. Bye bye.